Our next presenter is Chad from Minneapolis, Minnesota. He's a mechanical designer working for a company that designs grain mills, malting facilities, and feed mills. In his free time, he enjoys just about anything automotive. He builds 1/24th scale automotive models, as well as building and collecting 1/10th scale radio controlled cars. He's currently building a 1930 Chevy Coupe hot rod. Looks like he's just getting started in the picture. And as a diversion for his automotive passion, Chad built a little building co-model. His tip is going to focus on this model, which is Mies van der Rohe's Farnsworth house. It's a classic of mid-century modern design. So Chad?
Hey, thank you, Greg. When I build scale models, I do enjoy them, but at the same time, I like to find efficiency and so I can build a model and get on to the next one, kind of thing. With the Farnsworth house, you have to build the I-beams, those vertical beams that are along the building. And normally, when I build a plastic model, I'd just go to the hobby shop and I'd buy the I-beam that's pre-made, and I can just cut them to length. In this kit, you have to make them out of the two pieces and glue them together. So I came up with a way to just do it all in one shot. Go ahead to the next slide. First, I cut off all the parts and into piles here and get them all set up, and I sand off all of the burrs and everything, so there's nothing in the way. Next slide. Go ahead to the next slide. And then what I do is I set up a yardstick, something with a straight edge that has thickness to it. I suppose a nice finished 1x4 could work too. And then next slide. Go on to the next slide. There we go. And then for glue, I just use basic Elmer's glue, and it seems to work really good for the wood, and it dries clear. Next slide. Then I apply it with toothpick, and the cool thing is the kit is supplied with a toothpick. Extras are usually needed, but I just thought it was kind of neat that the kit came with it. You apply the glue on nice and don't go too crazy with it, but put a nice little strip of glue on there. Go ahead, and there you can kind of see it on the whole strip of the part there. Next slide. And these extra tabs on the end are just there for handling the piece a little easier. I added glue on there too, just to make sure that there was some traction for the other side. Next slide. And then you place it onto your yardstick, and then I just gently press it against it sideways there so that it holds it at a 90-degree angle. Go ahead, next slide. And then you just glue one after the other and place them on the yardstick. And then next slide. Same with the shorter ones. There should be 3 different lengths of I-beams in this kit. This is the shortest one. You just do the same thing, apply the glue, and then place them onto the yardstick. And you can just knock them all out in one shot. Once the glue is dry the next day, you can go ahead and cut them off. I use sprue cutters from my plastic modeling toolkit because you got a nice little angled cutting blade there, and you just snip it off there. And then next slide. And then cut it off there. And then I reach all the way across and cut it off to get that little stepped profile. And next slide. And then there you go. And then if there's additional sanding, I just get it done. Next slide. And then same thing with the shorter one. You snip it there, snip it on the end, and then snip it there to get the profile. And there you go.
And there's the finished model. Yeah, that's a quick technique that I really like, that with the using the yardstick. I never thought of that. I do them individually, and it is time consuming. That could save a lot of time. So thank you, Chad.